Oh my God, stop. What are you doing?
It is so much more expensive to eat healthy.
You have the fatty liver, not me.
Let's start with this dramatic acting of a conversation that has literally never happened.
Oh my God, stop. What are you doing? Eating a taco from Taco Bell. You really shouldn't be eating that. I shouldn't fuel my body because why? It's just not good for your health. Okay, so what? You see all these other thin people eating the exact same thing I am, yet you're targeting me?
Yes, the difference is that thin people eating Taco Bell is clearly not a lifestyle. It's just an occasional treat, or not that amount of food.
You're targeting me? Well, yeah, because they're thin. They don't need to be told anything. Oh, so I see. You're just fatphobic, and anytime a fat person is happy living, you don't want them to be. You have to do something about it. You just have to, right? Yeah, well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna eat my taco.
No one cares that you're eating a taco. We care that the body positivity movement, which this performance is a part of, often actively discourages weight loss and healthy habits by framing all dietary choices as equally healthy as long as they make you happy. Instead of acknowledging that consistent, fast food eating leads to long-term problems, this reframes even the idea of personal responsibility as an attack. It's essentially saying, if I eat poorly and somebody points out the obvious, they're the villain.
You are obese, fat shaming doesn't exist. Being chubby is fine, but obese, it's not body positivity, you are unhealthy. Hope this helps.
Taco Bell isn't fuel, it's poison. A normal person has a drink at a bar, nobody cares. But if an alcoholic or a recovering alcoholic has a drink, then they call him out for it. Same thing.
You don't have a double chin. What you do have is bad posture. So all you need to do is 2 steps. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Bring your chin slightly forward and then slightly down, and look at the difference that makes.
So do I also not really have a fupa. My chins are all still there.
Next, we have this popular debate that starts with the claim that physique is mostly out of your control, as if human biology is some kind of cosmic lottery you just have to accept.
So your physique is 100% in your control. It's just that nobody wants to put the effort in.
Of course, there are aspects that I think you can control about your physique. I think there are more things that are out of your control. Like, it is so much more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat like crap. If I go to the grocery store and I just want to buy a bunch of frozen meals, that's going to be so much cheaper than me going and buying fresh produce and fresh fruit and everything.
Even if this is true, you can still eat less overall.
And fresh fruit and everything.
I disagree.
Immediately.
I disagree too.
Why do you disagree?
The prepackaged foods, the frozen ones, way more expensive. I've been on a budget, eternally. I always save money by just going to the grocery store and buying ingredients.
I agree with you on that, but I can go get a frozen meal sometimes for $1.50, $2, where if I want to cook a whole meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting, that could be $10.
So you'll get more.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but still, you have to think from people who have like no money and they're thinking like, oh, I can get.
I've had no money. I've had $12 for a week's amount of food.
I hear both. I think that you definitely, in the short-term mindset, it is cheaper. You go to a fast food restaurant, they have like $1 menu. I think they've even increased the dollar menu now. So,
like
which is
$2
crazy.
menu.
It's like a $2 menu.
$2 menu.
So that's valid, I think, but I think it's killing us in the long term. Like, it's like that short dopamine effect, the dopamine where you're like, oh, I just need something right now. Yeah. I think that's the issue.
I also did want to, just touch on, other than like food costs, like there's also privilege when it comes to like having time to cook stuff.
Definitely,
like if you work a full-time job, if you have kids and stuff, a lot of the time it's just easier. You don't have the time and energy. Like, I enjoy cooking, but it's a lot of work sometimes. And it's much easier for me to just like go through the drive-thru.
You notice the key word, right? It's easier for me. Not that fit people don't work or have kids.
And it's much easier for me to just like go through the drive-through. And then also privilege when it comes to like your mental health. When you are depressed, when you're struggling to even like get through the day, it can be really hard to have that motivation to eat well, to move your body and stuff.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I want to be the highest version of myself, the most evolved version, and she has to show up.
But your life allows it.
Yeah.
No,
Your
I make
lifestyle-
my life
No,
allow
exactly.
it. I
You
surround
do,
myself
but
with
other
that.
people don't have the possibilities that you
They
have.
do. They just
Not everyone, no.
So does life allow you to be fit, or there is more to it? The body positivity movement encourages people to surrender to their circumstances. It tells them they are powerless. And this is a perfect snapshot of why the fat acceptance movement fall apart under even the slightest pressure. They rely on this idea that obstacles automatically equal impossibility, as if millions of people haven't worked long hours, dealt with stress, raised kids, faced depression, and still managed to cook meals or exercise in some capacity. The debate tries to frame personal responsibility as privilege, when in reality, responsibility is the one thing everyone has access to, regardless of income.
A lot of it is just lack of information. I think too many of us weren't raised knowing exactly what's in what or even really understanding calories and the cravings caused by certain foods.
Y'all eat garbage all day, then wonder why you have these mental health issues. You are making excuses for why you can't take the antidote.
How do you do all this without having an unhealthy relationship with food? You have a double chin. You can't see your toes in the shower and your back is as big as a linebacker. Each and every single year, you gain 5 to 10 pounds of fat every year. You're currently sick. You probably got to check your A1C levels. You asking me if I have an unhealthy relationship with food? Look at your life. Whenever I talk about paying attention to what I eat, people always say, oh my God, that's so unhealthy. I was probably pre-diabetic in my 20s. I had chronic yeast infections and cystic acne from my food choices. I could not see my toes in the shower and I had auntie arms and I wasn't anyone's aunt. That's an unhealthy relationship with food. Waking up and choosing Chick-fil-A or Dunkin' Donuts or Bojangles every morning. I think that's a little bit skewed, don't you think? The average American eats almost 4,000 calories a day, even though our bodies only burn around 2,000 calories a day. All I'm begging you to do is to eat what you burn. I didn't tell you don't eat. I didn't tell you fast. I didn't tell you Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy. I said your body is burning around this many calories a day. I would love for you to eat this many calories a day. Eat what you burn. That way you could build muscle, lose fat, and get to your dream body. I didn't tell you don't eat carbs. We eat French toast, tacos, hamburgers, and ice cream every single day. So you're not hearing me correctly if you think I am telling you don't eat. I'm actually begging you to just eat what you can afford to eat. Right now, you eat more than you can afford. That's why you have 2 chins and not 1. Okay? So you want to slow down on the eating. That's it.
And for last, we have Tess Holiday responding to this genuine comment from a fan of hers. Tess, I love you, but I hit a weight where I got type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, high cholesterol, and pressure, and a number of other things, and Mounjaro was the only thing that helped me lose the weight.
I love you, but you have the fatty liver, not me. You have the high cholesterol, not me. You have type 2 diabetes, not me. Not me. I could not be happier that a GLP-1 fixed all your issues, girly pop. So happy for you. But I just have one quick question. Would a person that's not healthy have dewy, gorgeous, glowy skin like this? And also, why are strangers on the internet so obsessed with another stranger on the internet's perceived health? The world may never know. So I'm going to ask that you do you, I'll do me. And then if there's anything that you want to talk about or other people that maybe is an inside thought that's coming out, that perhaps you tell a therapist or a licensed professional, but not a total stranger on the internet.
A normal response would be empathy, maybe encouragement and gratefulness for the tip and support. Instead, we get Tess responding like she's auditioning for a snarky villain role. And the irony? She's using someone else's medical struggle and genuine support as content. And the commenter wasn't obsessed with Tess. She was explaining her own experience. Tess turned it into a personal attack because acknowledging someone else's success with weight loss contradicts the fat acceptance script. When she says, "You should tell a therapist, not the internet," it's extra funny considering she built a brand by telling things to the internet.
You look very healthy.
One thing that people are not about to do is come for the beautiful Tess. Because baby, we'll go to war about her. Some people need to just worry about themselves.
And among these comments, I even saw her fan responding,
I hear you loud and clear. I'm just telling you my experience, that's all. It was more to let you know about my personal experience than for it come across like other people need to use them.
The hotter you are, the crazier you can be. Men will put up with it. But the opposite is also true. This is why fat girls used to be so nice. But then the internet and a bunch of black dudes convinced them that they were hot too. Now you can't even talk to one. Relax, bitch. You can't have an attitude and type 2 diabetes. If you're over 300 pounds, you need to be as sweet as your blood sugar. These fat white girls who get with a black dude and then they're like, see, I'm not racist. And I'm like, come on, Cheryl. It's not like you had a choice.